We're now going to graph the function h of x equals the square root of negative x minus 2. For starters, you should recognize that the basic function we're graphing is y equals the square root of x. What role is this negative going to play on the graph? Well, because we're multiplying the argument x by negative 1, that's going to cause the graph of y equals square root of x to reflect about the y-axis. After we accomplish that task, we're then going to cause that graph to shift down by 2. That's what subtracting 2 does to the graph. So we start with y equals square root of x, reflect about the y-axis, then shift down 2. Let's see all of this in pictorial form. There's the graph of y equals the square root of x. I'm going to reflect about the y-axis to obtain the graph of y equals the square root of negative x. Basically what this means is I'm going to take all the x coordinates on this graph and multiply them by negative 1. So instead of 1, 1 being on the graph, it's now going to be negative 1, comma 1. Instead of 4, 2, it's going to be negative 4, 2. And the result is displayed here. So there is your negative 4, 2 and your negative 1, 1. Now what I'm going to do is take this graph and shift it down 2 places. So instead of negative 4, 2 being on the graph, it's going to be negative 4, 0. Instead of negative 1, 1, we're going to have negative 1, negative 1. Instead of 0, 0, it's going to be 0, negative 2. And we obtain this graph. So this is the graph of h of x equals the square root of negative x minus 2.